परमेश्वर का धन्यवाद करूंगा. I really thank God for this beautiful afternoon. The chairperson, Dr. Ravi, and also my brother Chandan, thank you for introducing me so nicely. Mostly, it is such a privilege to be here. Respected Honorable Minister of Higher Education, Government of Rajasthan, Shri Banwar Singh Bhati ji, my very old friend, Professor Anil D. Shastrabudi, the Chairman of All India Council for Technical Education, all the eminent people, the officers on the dais, all the friends of Elitus Technomedia, ladies and gentlemen of different fields, especially from the field of education, the industry community who assist and boost education to be in a better strata. A very good afternoon to you and greetings to you from the people of Nagaland and from the Far East. डॉक्टर गुप्ता जी ने इंट्रोड्यूस करने के समय बोला कि उत्तर पूर्व की उस तरफ से और यहाँ वेस्टर्न साइड से एक साथ आ गया. I am very thankful to Honorable Minister who is here, who is also a senior politician. जब बीजेपी और कांग्रेस एक साथ बैठ सकते हैं यहाँ, तो हम लोग सब यहाँ बैठने के लिए तो कोई बड़ा बात नहीं है. सिर्फ ये कहना है कि यहाँ जितने लोग बैठे हुए हैं, सब एजुकेशन सेक्टर की दिग्गज लोग यहाँ आया हुआ है. और हमारे सामने जो दाइस में बैठे हुए लोग हैं, IITians हैं, प्रोफेसर्स हैं, इंजीनियर्स हैं, टेक्नोक्रेट्स हैं, और माननीय मंत्री जी और हमारे लिए तो हम लोगों का क्वालिफिकेशन पॉलिटिशियन है, वो हमारी कमियां हैं. मगर I want to bring before all of you a few words only. I wouldn't take much time because all of us are sitting for quite a long time, and my honorable minister from Rajasthan is also there. It is rare times that the West and the East meets, and it is rare times that people come together and bring out their plans, their policies, ideas, and all the programs that are going on in various parts of the country. It is very rare to even comprehend the trajectory at which our country, India, is growing today. And the growth of this country will always depend much on the education level of the people of this country. Now, even to comprehend the ideas and the plans and the changes, the sustainability of our programs is something that we really need to ponder upon. Some of us who are here are from the most elite of the educational institutions that are here. But there are still many places where the plans and the programs and the ideas that are searched here or spoken about is just a dream away. With a population of 130 crores and yet growing, and with Professor Dr. Anil from AICT saying that we can do and we can be the best in technology and everywhere for the rest of the world, we are just at the trajectory of its growth today. My dear friends who are here, I just want to share a few opinions. Like I always say, I come from Nagaland, I come from the Northeast, where the very basic crux of development in the educational sector is just the beginning. And I come here to stand before all of you to let you know that we are also not lesser than anyone. When we talk about the growth of the education sector in this country, I completely want to beseech each and every one of us that it needs to be holistic. Sometimes I feel that we are creating robots, maniacs, and we are pursuing that so hard. The size of the backs of the school children and the college-going students are not getting smaller. It is becoming bigger and bigger. The wants of our nation, as a young nation growing, competitive, wanting to be at the 5 trillion economy, to be at the forefront of the world, of the nations, is actually taking only a certain group of our education institutions and the students to that level. And meanwhile, we are forgetting also to address the basic needs also. I pray that in this great conclave of thinkers, leaders, and innovators, we should not forget to carry along the whole country together. Today, when we are thinking about quantum physics, artificial intelligence, and all those great technologies, we as a nation who are also the inventors and the starters of all those programs for the whole world, for the many nations, should also make sure that those programs can be easily reached, affordable, understood, and brought down to the most basic places of this country. If we are looking forward to be world leaders in the field of education, the new policy where we are welcoming other countrymen to other countries to come and study in India, in our country, then we need to be able to make our programs more stronger intellectually, emotionally, and goal-centric. My dear friends, many a times we follow others, and sometimes we want all the great things that others are doing, and we want to be better than them. But I believe that our country, our India, our Bharat is the cradle of learning. We have to be the starters of every plan and policy. We have to look for a sustainable universe where the education system is also about bringing out the best in the students in a way that gives respect to our traditions, to our cultures, and be satisfied and at the same time be at the forefront of the nations. It is a few words that can really bring a lot of contradiction to our thought process. We don't want people who are so brilliant that no one understands them. We don't want technology that would create more trouble to this world. But we want technology that is sustainable, that is able to bring up the livelihood of the poorest of the poor and bring education of humanity, love, peace, strength, and helping each other at the doorstep of each and every nook and corner of not only our country, India, but the whole universe. What are our goals? This is what we have to think. What are our needs? That should be our program. If you look towards the northeast of our country, other than maybe Guwahati and Assam, I heard Honorable Minister for Assam was also here yesterday. I met him at Khan Market last night. You will see that the northeast is growing. Certain places of education have become a hub, like Meghalaya, Shillong. Certain places in Arunachal Pradesh, Assam. Now Nagaland in Kohima with the Kohima Science College. It is growing. And to be the Minister for Higher and Technical Education, my dear friends, is not easy. I know my respected Honorable Minister from Rajasthan will concur with what I'm saying. Because, first of all, this department and these institutions are handled by some of the most educated people anywhere that you may find. The norms of MHRD, AICTE, NAC, all those things are so high and mighty, so only the best in that field of education become assistant professors, associate professors, professors, doctorates, and so on. Sometimes, please do not mind when I'm sharing this problem. I'm not against very educated people. Sometimes it's so difficult to work with them. The basic thing that can be done so easily would want to go through all the system they have learned during their studies. And sometimes it may be difficult to work with ministers also. See, there is people who are saying yes. But my dear friends, this is a challenge for all of us. Now, last conclave also, I was saying the same thing. You can't compare 175-year-old institutions, 100-year-old institutions, 50-year-old institutions at the peak, at the heart of this nation, with institutions in Manipur, Nagaland, Arunachal, Tripura, Mizoram, Sikkim, and maybe even in Assam. I bring to you a voice from the Northeast. You have to listen very attentively for this. For us to go to one college from the capital Kohima takes 14 hours by road, even though the road is good. We can't bridge the mountains by over bridges. We have to maneuver through the hills. To take chopper, I tell you, your insurance needs to be high and mighty, because the weather can go wrong any day. It sun shines in the morning, after 1 hour it rains so heavily that you may not want to take the risk of going on a subsidized chopper almost every day. We have a quantum problem of our geography, of our needs. Dr. Anil is here. I would call you doctor also and professor also. He is a very old friend of mine, and he has really helped us in many ways as the chairman of AICTE. Sir, my request to you is, the policy that is to be drafted for the Northeast should be separated from the policy of mainland India. If you take the same quality and the same ways and the same methodology and the same thought process while making the policy for engineering colleges in Delhi, Chennai, or in Rajasthan, or even in Punjab, and compare it to the institutions that we have, somehow the polytechnics and the somehow 2 or 3 engineering colleges that are there, then it is going to be, crazy. I wouldn't say the word that came to my mouth. It is going to be crazy. So, I also urge the Ministry of Higher Education, and the MHRD, and the AICTE, that they need to look upon and ponder upon while making policies towards the Northeast. We are part of this country. We are part of this nation. We are happy to be so, but we are deprived. We are far away, and we need to come up to this place where we can also come and talk and work the same things together with the rest of this country. We are not asking for sympathy. We are only looking at the opportunity where we can come up here and do the best. So, this is something that we really need to do. And likewise also, we may have educationally backward areas even in the rest of the country. I heard that in Punjab also there are some areas where it's completely educationally backward. Maybe in Rajasthan also. Maybe in, Maharashtra also, especially in the Vridhap area. हम सब जगहों को एक सम्मान नहीं तोलना करना चाहिए। और कोई जगह में आप देखेंगे कि वहां 10 लाख आबादी है, हमारा तो आधा प्रदेश का आबादी है वो, हम पूरा नागालैंड में सिर्फ 20 लाख आबादी है, फिर भी एजुकेशन उनको भी चाहिए। कोई गांव में सिर्फ 10 परिवार है, वहां भी एक प्राइमरी स्कूल तो चाहिए। बिहार में एक प्राइमरी स्कूल में मिनिमम 500 विद्यार्थी होगा हमारे ख्याल से। नागालैंड में एक गांव में प्राइमरी स्कूल में अगर 80 से 90 स्टूडेंट्स हो गया तो वो बहुत बड़ा बात है। हम प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी हमारी स्कूल एजुकेशन के साथ बात कर रहे थे परसों दिन। एक स्कूल में 4 बच्चे हैं और 21 मास्टर हैं। आप सोच सकते हैं वो बच्चों का क्या हाल हो रहा होगा। मास्टर बुला बुला के उनको सिखा रहा है। My dear friends, it sounds funny, it sounds weird, it sounds impossible for the rest of the country, but it is going on in the Northeast. And also, let me also tell you one thing. As we are part of this country, we are also very talented people. हम लोगों का नाक चपटा है, मतलब नीचे है, मगर our noses are longer than the rest of the country in terms of talent. बचपन में सुना था कि तेल लगा के नाक खींचने से लंबा होता है, मगर ऐसा नहीं हुआ, हमारा भी नहीं हुआ। If you look at the field of music, if you look at the field of hospitality, I always tell my friends, one day Nagaland will be the Singapore of India. If everything is detailed and put into education system in the ways of the different varieties of people, it would be prosperous for us. To teach music technology for a person in UP or Bihar may be taking a year's time. But if you teach music technology to a Naga or a Mizo or a Manipuri guy or a girl, he or she will learn it in 1 month and do better than most of the engineers living in Chennai. See, that is, every person has different personalities, different ideas, सोच विचार अलग अलग है, करने का ढंग संग अलग अलग है. So we have to incorporate educational system basically first. If we have to do great for our country, we need to map our country according to also the talent and then the works that can be done from each sector. Until and unless that is done, it is going to be difficult. In Nagaland, the biggest problem we are facing on finding the right teachers and professors is for the subject of maths and physics. And I'm not saying that Nagas are not good mathematicians or not good physicists. But what I'm trying to say is that it would be rare in 1,000 you may get one who will take that field. But you will find a lot of lecturers and professors for English, history, philosophy, anthropology, biology, and so on. You can take them from Nagaland. Especially on languages and humanities. The Northeast is an asset. Kindly give us your physicists. Send in your mathematicians. Why are you afraid to come to the Northeast? जानवर खाते होंगे मगर आदमी नहीं खाता हूं. Why are you afraid to come to the Northeast? Why don't you, the big institutions and the colleges, I'm really sorry, I'll take 3-4 more minutes. थोड़ा और समय ले लेंगे, ज़्यादा नहीं लेंगे. Why can't you come? Every big institution that is here in the rest of our country, why don't you choose 1 month as a CSR and send in your great mathematicians and physicists and ITNs and all to the institutions in the Northeast and tell them go and teach them free of cost. We will give them the best hospitality, give them great food, teach them how to eat good food, organic food, and send them back healthy. Maybe not as healthy as me. These are challenges. No one wants to do that. वहां जाने से क्या होगा? आतंकवाद है या क्या क्या वाद है? Thank you so much, ma'am. You are healthy and you are smart also. Because of Northeast, ma'am. So, take off your stereotypeness, the hypocrisy, and if we are looking forward for change in our nation, then change has to be collective, change has to come together and build that. Because I as one, and there are many more who doesn't have this platform to speak out, speaks out on behalf of all the Northeastern people that if you take us by your hands, we are willing to run with you and do everything well. In the field of education, it is a quantum task for us. When we are talking about policies, Many may be interested on how to sell your products. Many may be interested on how your most advanced technology can be used in the field of school education, higher education and technical education, and make your, gross sale every year to 100 crore, 200 crore, 500 crore. We are actually not much interested in that right now. But that doesn't mean we are against it. We want to have the right technology, the right methodology, and the right programs according to our people, according to the way we are, according to the skills that we have, according to the talents that we have, not entrusted upon us some other technology and skill which we will take a lot of time to do. This is something new which the industry have to start thinking. The industry have to come up, and before you come up to sell your products, before you come up to give the products to us, kindly map us out and give those products. We will be convinced. As ministers, we are not interested in the commissions or the big money always that is given. Education department is a holistic department, and it is for the whole country to grow together. Sometimes you may give a great product and leave it in one of the institutions and give it. It may just be a showpiece. This is a word of advice for the industry people that are busy behind. It may just be there for 3-4 years and be of no use. But a very simple product can come to some of the great institutions, and this can do great things. My friend from NIPIT, the chairman, is sitting there. Because of the scarcity of time, I said, no, it's okay, only I'll say because I'll take more time. Their organization has developed certain water pumps that makes electricity. And it's being used all over Kashmir. It is being used, I think even Meghalaya has taken it. And the cost is so cheap, that's technology. But there is no branding. There is no, some of the smallest thing. अगर वो चीज यहाँ latest टेक्नो मीडिया के सामने आ जाए तो उसका ब्रांड लगा के सारा हिंदुस्तान में बेचे. I'm telling you the truth. So, a small department in Nagaland has created such a good thing. They are making profits and they are doing it. And in the cornermost part of the institutions where there is no electricity and where there is a water line, just need a small 2-inch का pipe चाहिए जहाँ से पानी आना चाहिए, and they are able to do it. That is technology, which is sustainable. So it may seem, especially even nowadays, I'm just jumping from one word to another, but with regards to the B.Ed institutions, the government is almost abolishing the B.Ed institutions separately for the teachers. So an integrated formula is being placed nowadays so that B.Ed can become a 4-year, 5-year course in the colleges only. And the number of seats for B.Ed that we have in Nagaland is 750 only. But we have thousands of teachers. The policy makers have to find a way for us. How to make it easier to be incorporated in the colleges, and how the non-B.Ed teachers who are already teaching in the schools can also have a crash course and go about. Otherwise, we have to recycle more than 2,000-3,000 teachers. Whereas the number of seats is only 750, and that also mostly is held by government colleges, where the fees are exorbitant. So these are some of the things that have to be discussed also. When it comes to, I will just conclude, when it comes to NAC aggregation, it is quite easy here. It's not that easy there. And we have a notification by 2022 all non-accredited colleges will close down. हमारे लिए समस्या यह है कि हमारे राज्य में हर एक जिला जो है एक या एक जनजाति का जिला होता है. अभी अगर हम जन्नोबोटो डिस्ट्रिक्ट में अगर बंद करेगा बोलेगा तो सेमा ट्राइब जो है हमको हमारा खून खराबा कर देगा. But I'm not saying that's the problem. There is a solution. But the solution is that give us some more time. The solution is that give us better options how to aggregate it according to our geographical situation and according to the problems that we are facing there. So those are some of the issues. Some of the mainline programs of this country is not able to be implemented in the Northeast because, like I said, teachers are not there. It's not an excuse. And none of you want to send your teachers there or come. I have been telling some of my Keralite friends in Kohima, थोड़ा ढूंढ लीजिए भाई, एक दो मैथ्स टीचर कपल्स हो लाइए. I am willing to employ them. Bring, because अगर हस्बैंड या लड़का या लड़की अकेला हो गया तो आने के लिए डरता है. That is their thought process. But we are very peaceful. Our state is completely peaceful. We are at ceasefire. We are at talks. There are no issues, no problems. The women and the girls are more at peace and safety in Nagaland or Manipur than would be in Delhi or in UP. Lastly, I congratulate all of you for being able to be part of such an event. Words cannot end if we share our problems alone. Problems have solutions, and the solutions has to come from everywhere, not only from the dais. The job of an educator and educational institution, whichever field it may be, if we are not able to make it holistic, respecting the traditions and the cultures of our people, and incorporating those strengths, we will be at a loss in the days to come. It will be like an English movie, Matrix, lost in time. I am not just saying this for the sake of it. Our industry and our education system can only be relevant and at the forefronts of the nations of this universe, of this world, only and only if it is rooted and derived from our traditional strengths and knowledge. You cannot be the master of somebody else's knowledge and strength. We, 130 crore population of this nation, which is commendable to the whole earth, we may be almost 1/5 of the whole world, have to derive our educational policy, strength, structuring and morality from our traditional strengths, not from the traditional strengths of Germans or Americans or Europeans or Southeast Asians, but from the traditional strength of Indians. That is very important. Then only it can be sustainable. If we have to do that, it has to do that. Lastly, just as the West Bengal director for madrasa education was saying that there is a director for the madrasa education, likewise, even in Nagaland, we are thinking for that. For Christian education in the higher education sector, we are planning to have an official level of structuring where things are in the right structuring. Explaining on that most will lead to a lot of chaos. So, my dear friends, I thank you, especially the elitist techno-media, for having me here. It is going to be a lot of talks in lots of times, and the barons of education that are sitting here right before me on the dais, the bureaucrats and the officers, I pray and I hope that in your states too, you will take into consideration the situation and the talents of the people and make that even from the poorest of the community, there is a forwarded achievement in the field of education. Thank you very much. God bless us all. Jai Hind.